Hello, gathered friends. I am Pixela, and I'd like to share some of my ideas for a Bionicle reboot. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. So, before we get into things, I've got a little confession to make. I didn't grow up with Bionicle. I know, but just hear me out first. I was alive when Bionicle first came out in 2001. I was alive during its whole run. I was just too little for it. I was born in 2000, hence the number in my username, so I was just a baby when Bionicle first came out, and by the time I was old enough for it, it was already on its way out. Heck, I didn't even get into LEGO until 2014 when the LEGO movie came out, so I could have gotten into Bionicle when G2 came out, but it's G2. It didn't really grab me, since the story was lackluster, and the sets, while great sets, didn't interest me. So, here I am. I am 25 years of age, and I'm just now getting into Bionicle. I've been hyperfixated on it for over a month. Even though I don't know the full story yet, the parts I've seen are incredible. I've seen the movies, I'm reading through the comics, watching some fan-made movies based on the Ignition saga, and I've seen the ads and the cutscenes from Monog. There's still so much I need to learn about this incredible world, so while I am new to this franchise, I'm still a big fan. So I hope you'll give my ideas a shot. Anyway, now that we got that out of the way, here's my ideas for how LEGO could bring Bionicle back. So, Bionicle was created as a buildable action figure toy line by LEGO. They started as Construction, then CCBS, then there was that one little brick-build Tahu in the 90 Years of Play set, and then we got the gift with purchase Tahu and Takua set. So, since LEGO doesn't have much, if not none, of the old molds for Bionicle, they'll need a new way to make the toys. One of these ways they could do this is by making Bionicle model kits. Heck, if you think about it, Bionicles are technically model kits already, since you build them, so this could work pretty well. Have LEGO collaborate with a company like Blockies and let them make Bionicle model kits. Heck, their Transformers model kits have been received very well, so who's to say Bionicle model kits won't do well also? Heck, LEGO is already collaborating with Hasbro, so they could easily collaborate with Blockies as well. They could just call up Hasbro, ask them if they can hook them up with Blocky, and bam! What? Match made in heaven. Kinda like this. Hello? Hey Hasbro. LEGO, how's it going? Oh, it's going good. Hey, I've got something to ask you. Oh, okay, what's up? So, I'm considering bringing back one of my old franchises, Bionicle, and I'm thinking of making model kits of them. I just figured I'd ask you if you know about this sort of thing, since didn't you collaborate with someone to make Transformer model kits? Yes, most model kits made of our characters are either licensed or third party. Let's see, was there one of them that caught your eye? Yeah. The one based in China, I think it is? Oh, what's it called? Oh, you mean Blockies? Yes, that's the one. Oh, yeah, they're great. They've made some great model kits based on not only our IP, but others as well. I can try hooking you up with them if you like. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Great, I'll call them right now. Hey, Blocky! Oh, hello Hasbro, what's up? Well, my friend LEGO here is thinking of making model kits based on one of their old IPs, so I figured I'd hook you two up. Oh, really? LEGO is interested in making model kits? Okay, put them on the phone for me. Sure, they're right here. Hi. Oh hey, LEGO, nice to meet ya. Big fan. So what franchise of yours are you interested in making model kits of? Oh, Bionicle? Ah, Bionicle, that's a classic. I think they'd make for a great model kit series. Heck, they are technically already model kits, since they are buildable action figures. Yeah, I guess so. Plus, I'm sure your fans will love them. Yeah, I'm sure they will. So, Blocky, you in? Heck yeah, this'll be awesome! Anyway, yeah, Bionicle model kits. Now that would be epic. Let's move on to our next idea, shall we? So, if LEGO doesn't go with the model kits, what else can they do? The original molds they had for Bionicle are long gone, and they can't just reprint the old figures. True. Well, unless they just take the molds fans have made for 3D printing and just make new molds based on those instead. But in case they don't go for that, then we have to work with other options. They could just do what they did with the gift to purchase Tahu and Takua set and use it as a blueprint for making new sets. Sure, they're smaller than the original Bionicle sets and they use system build parts along with mixel joints, but it's okay. They still work and could work well. I got the Tahu and Takua gift with purchase set, and I love it. It's so cute and charming, and you can tell it was made with love. Heck, it even has a little note from Greg Farshty himself in the instruction booklet, so you know it's legit. I think if LEGO tried something like the gift with purchase set, or even just taking some cool ideas from mocks that fans have made, I believe this could work really well for the new Bionicle sets. But it's not the same as the original, I hear you cry in the back. I know, but sadly, LEGO can't really just make the original sets because they don't have the original parts anymore. And while the original Toa designs are iconic and super cool, they lack a bunch of stuff, like articulation. If they had to make new molds for these new sets, it would be really freaking expensive to produce. And LEGO is already expensive as heck. So I'd rather they make sure the Bionicle sets aren't too expensive for people to pick up. If they had to make new molds, I'd say just make the masks, feet, and weapons. Everything else can be system built. Heck, fans have already done it with their custom mocks, so it's not like it can't work. Anyway, that's the toy part out of the way. Let's get into the other important part of Bionicle, the media. So, Bionicle sadly never got a TV series, like the rest of LEGO's original themes. Sure, G2 did have the Journey to One Netflix series, but it's only 5 episodes long, and the story wasn't very good. Because of the lack of marketing and the lackluster story, G2 flopped, and Bionicle has been dormant ever since. Heck, I remember back in the day watching the first episode of Journey to One out of curiosity, and I just didn't watch it after that. It just didn't grab me. I didn't finish the series until recently, when I got into Bionicle. So, wait, how did people get into Bionicle originally if it didn't have a TV series? Well, the original Bionicle series was a multimedia franchise consisting of books, comics, video games, straight-to-DVD movies. Heck, even the ads had a story to them. But because of how vast and complex the story was, it made it difficult for newcomers to get into it. Which is why Bionicle needs a proper TV series. Practically every original LEGO theme since Bionicle has a TV series. Hero Factory, Legends of Chima, Nexo Knights, Mixels, Dreams, Monkey Kid, Ninjago? They all have one thing in common. The main story is in a TV series. Sure, series like Ninjago have comics and books like Bionicle did before it, but those are optional. They aren't necessary to get into the series. Just stick to the TV show and you're good. So, yes, Bionicle needs a proper TV series with a reimagining of G1's story, staying faithful to the original while also doing its own spin on things. And to make sure it's not too convoluted, just make it a little more streamlined. Not dumbed down like it did with G2, just streamlined and easier to follow. Make the tone lighthearted on the surface, but with dark undertones. A lot of great shows do this. Transformers Prime, Teen Titans, heck, even Ninjago does this. Keep the mystery, mythos, and dark tone, and the story of the original, while still reimagining it in a way so it's still faithful to the original, but still its own thing. The animation can take inspiration from the original commercials, the movie, heck, even some of the concept art for G2 has some pretty cool stuff. They could even take inspiration from some fan-made animations as well. The fans have some pretty amazing stuff. Heck, if you guys want, I could make a follow-up video talking more in depth of my ideas for a Bionicle TV series, because I've got plenty of cool ideas. So let me know if you want to see that. Now, on to our next idea. So, I'm taking some inspiration from this guy named Lava Pasta. Basically, in his video, he offered the idea of a Lego Bionicle movie, like a Bionicle movie in the Lego movie style. He gave some ideas like making the humor tongue-in-cheek like in the Lego movies, having Lego hire some people from Marian Pacific Islander descent to help work on the movie, since Bionicle takes a lot of inspiration from these cultures, like with the names and such, and just making the Toa the main focus and diving more into the original storyline from Bionicle's early years. I believe this is a perfect way to make a Bionicle movie. It'll be so freaking cool. Definitely a summer blockbuster I'd die to see. And I'll put Lava Pasta's video in the description because it's a really good video with some great ideas, and you should definitely go watch it after this. Now, what would I add to this idea? I'd say have the Toa go on an epic adventure across the island of Matanui, have them visit different villages and lands of the island, let them find the Golden Mask or some other magical MacGuffin, and at the end, they face off against Makuta. But it's more epic and takes some inspiration from the Makuta battle in Manaag. Ugh, there's so many great possibilities. This needs to happen. Heck, there's a possibility it could happen, since LEGO is collaborating with Universal to make LEGO movies. My only concern is that the movies they are working on are live action. Ugh! Why? Why must it be live action? This is LEGO! Why are they making live action LEGO movies? Man, I hate this. I'm so sick and tired of live action remakes and adaptations. Please, LEGO, do not make a live-action Bionicle movie. At the moment, we only know of the live-action Ninjago movie they have in production. We know there's other live-action LEGO movies in the works, but we don't know what they are. I just hope this live-action shtick dies soon. Animation superior, live-action inferior. Anyway, I think this is it for my ideas. Well, aside from a few smaller things they could do, here's a quick honorable mention of those. Remaster the original movies. The original Bionicle movies have pretty much been forgotten. They aren't available anywhere aside from the Biomedia project. They used to be available on YouTube, but some jerkwad has been copyright striking any uploads of them. I'll cover this topic in another shorter video. Anyway, I believe these movies, while they do hold up pretty well, could use a remaster. Update the visuals and animation, get the original voice cast back if you can, hire the original composer, etc. Heck, there's this dude named Eric who's been remaking a couple of the scenes from the first movie, and they look absolutely incredible. Like, man, I'd hire this guy to remake the entire trilogy if I could. Anyway, yes, remaster the movies, release them in a Blu-ray collection, etc. Animated shorts. Basically, I imagine LEGO making animated shorts for Bionicle and releasing them on YouTube. Don't make them like the shorts for G2. Sure, the art style for those looks nice, but they're voiced and narrated by one dude. So instead of making shorts like that, I imagine something a little bit different. So they will be animated like found footage / documentary kind of stuff, and you have this one LEGO person who's filming it. The story could be something like a random person finds ancient scrolls and ancient artifacts that belonged to these ancient beings, the Bionicles, and they are on a quest to uncover the mysteries of these ancient beings. I know some people would be against this idea, but it wouldn't be the main story. It would just be a side thing, like a side form of marketing. The LEGO protagonist would uncover ancient text, most likely written by Dekua, and they do some digging to learn about the Bionicles. Not only would this be a cool idea, but it would also be a great way for people to learn and get interested in the series. And if they want to know the full story of the Bionicles, they could just watch the main TV series on Netflix or whatever. Okay, I believe that's everything. Oh right, one more thing before we call it here. So, Bionicle had a bunch of video games back in the day. Some great, some okay, and some just bad. I believe Bionicle should get video games again, like an MMO game would be epic. You could create your own character, go on adventures with your friends, and go along with the story. Man, I want this to be a thing. I'd love to just explore the world of Bionicle in a video game. Thankfully, there are fan-made games in the works that let you do this. One game in particular, Bionicle Mask of Power, is an open-world adventure game, and it looks incredible. I believe it's supposed to come out sometime this year? Heck, it's available to wishlist on Steam. Think Matanui LEGO is chill with fan-made projects. So long as fans don't monetize them. I'm so excited to play this game. It looks so good. Another game they could make is a remaster / remake of Monog 1 and 2. Since these games were made in Flash, they can't really be played anymore, not unless you download them and play them on your computer or something. Gosh, I wish Flash was still around. The Monog games were point-and-click adventure games, so I'd probably remake them to be 3D adventure games, kinda like Zelda, but also not. Like, everything would be the same, it would just be in 3D and in third person instead of first. The art style would look almost identical, just in a more 3D look. Heck, there's this fan-made game called Onokoro Cave-In that pulls off this exact art style. So we already know this style can work. If we want to stick to 2D, I think it would look incredible. If they tried an art style similar to the Ori games, a nice watercolor or painterly style, that would look gorgeous. Okay, that should be everything. Did I miss anything? Let me know. And be sure to share some of your own ideas in the comments. I believe LEGO can bring Bionicle back if they just play their cards right. I mean, come on, LEGO. Bionicle is turning 25 next year. Give us a proper reboot, please. Also, LEGO, hire me. I've got ideas. Anyway, that's all for now. Farewell and take care. Bye!
Times are dark and evil rules. Strange canisters drift ashore on the island of Matanui. 6 legendary heroes have arrived. These mighty tour must discover the masks of power, defeat evil, and free the island. Six heroes, one destiny. Live the legend at Bionicle.com.